There are few issues that spark as much controversy and emotion as the subject of homosexuality and sexual orientation. Many religions condemn this practice, and in some of these cases the penalty for partaking in homosexual activity was or is death. This, in fact, remains the case in many civilizations today where homosexualities are still condemned to lengthy prison sentences or death, one example being Uganda. In the current movements for equal treatment and consideration, the gay community have vocalized objections to many issues surrounding their orientation and the treatment we receive. Throughout this presentation, I might use the acronym LGBT. Now, this is an acronym popular in the United States, and for those who are unaware, LGBT means lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. Among our concerns are the right to life, the right to freedom, the right to equal employment, the decriminalizing of homosexual behavior, discrimination, serving in military organizations, and the right to marry. And the ironic diversities of our small planet, at the same time homosexuals are subject to harsh penalties in some nations. In others, such as Denmark and Canada, just to name two out of many, the right for same-sex marriage has already been granted. Permitting same-sex marriage is a hotly debated topic in the United States. Some states, such as California and Vermont, same-sex marriage was or is permitted at the state level. In the case of California, the right for same-sex marriage was overturned by a constitutional amendment in a legislative action coined as Proposition 8, where the citizens of California passed a constitutional amendment defining and limiting marriage to one man and one woman. This amendment was later determined to be against the federal Constitution, and Proposition 8 was overturned. Proposition 8 drew national attention. However, the majority of other states have passed nearly identical constitutional amendments and without media attention. In fact, the same attorneys involved in overturning Proposition 8 are now fighting the same battle in Virginia. Hopefully they will come to my state next, where this constitutional amendment defining marriage as one man and one woman still exists. There are many arguments on both sides of this issue. The series of videos will review the issue of sexual orientation, same-sex marriage, equal rights for gays, the history of homosexuality, the psychology of homosexuality, the psychology of homophobia, and will also touch on a few other related issues. The focus will remain the nation of which I am most familiar, which is of course the United States. Now, before I close this introduction to the series, I'd like to pose a few questions to those who wish to defend the, quote, meaning of marriage, end quote, or stand against same-sex marriage or condemn homosexuality altogether. Are you aware that marriage has been redefined many times over our world's history? Are you not aware that traditions and customs are living, breathing, evolving things? Are you not aware that other civilizations, historical and present, have indeed honored gay marriage? You say, defend the meaning of marriage. Shall I remind you that during the wars as recorded in the Bible, the soldiers of Moses and Aaron were given permission to take the virgin natives home with them as their, quote, wife, after destroying their homes and murdering their husbands? Doesn't that sound more like sexual slavery than it does marriage? Is this the meaning of marriage you wish to defend? According to Paul the Apostle, a woman is to, quote, submit herself to her husband in all things, end quote. Thus, it isn't rape if she's your wife. Is this the meaning of marriage you wish to defend? According to the Bible in the Old Testament, who is supposedly the same God as in the New Testament, a man is considered wealthy and blessed by God if he had many wives. Is this the meaning of marriage you wish to defend? There is a species of sheep that have been observed where certain males within the herd will engage in sexual activity with other males, and to be more specific, will do so exclusively. Thus, if homosexuality is unnatural, why does it exist in nature? If I'm not forcing you to live a homosexual life, then why do you feel compelled to force me to live a heterosexual life? And last but not least, and I think this is most important, how is another couple's marriage any statement at all on your marriage?